So today I just remembered that I never shared with you my story about how I found my passion. So today I would really like to take a few minutes to share with you my story and to share with you one very important tip as well. So the way that I have found my passion is that I used to work as a teacher before. And when I worked as a teacher, I always came home feeling not very unhappy, stressed up, and I felt like I was doing something, I was trying to do something that I can't really do. And it's like I just want you to imagine that you go to a store and you try on a dress that really doesn't fit you. It feels tight and uncomfortable, and it takes out all the bad parts of you. And I want you to imagine another scenario. I want you to imagine the following scenario. What if you go to a store and you try a dress that feels absolutely comfortable and amazing, and you feel beautiful and sexy in it? How does that feel? A very different feeling, right? So when I was a teacher, I was doing something that was not my calling. I was doing something against my calling. And so I felt many times angry and frustrated. And I just felt sometimes even bored from the job as well. And I just didn't know why. And at some point, I decided to maybe change and try something else. And I did. I tried to work in an office because I remember very well that many years ago I was dreaming, I was seeing downtown all those beautiful women in their business suits, and it seemed appealing to me. So I went and worked in an office. But when I was in an office, it was so weird because I had such that urge to give suggestions and a little bit lead. And it was very, very weird because I said, I'm just an employee. I mean, I should not go and say anything and all this stuff. And it just didn't feel right. It just didn't sit well with me. So after trying several jobs, and not only that, but the worst part is I wasn't even successful in it. That was the worst part. I decided we had to move at some point to Three Rivers because my husband has gotten an offer there to work. So we moved there. And when we moved there, I made the decision to stay home. And this is when my self-discovery journey started. I realized that when I teach, the work doesn't end in the classroom. And there was a point when I really, really wanted to spend more time with my children. That was at that time. And I just wanted to be free, have the freedom and the flexibility of time. But at that point, I just didn't know what I wanted. So I did all kinds. So one day, it was a snowy day. And I remember I was looking out the window, and there was a lot of snowflakes. It was snowing a lot that day because it was January in 2004. And so here I am, it is 2004, and I'm looking out the window, and I see all that snow, a lot of snow snowing. And at that particular point, I opened the TV to watch the Oprah show. And I always open the TV to watch the Oprah show. But this day was a different one for me. It was a turning point in my life. a turning point in my life. Because at that point, from that show, I realized that I can give myself permission to follow my passion, that it is possible for me to achieve that. So this is my story. And now I am following my passion. Now I am doing what I love. I teach people how to find their own passion, how to get clear about the passion and how to follow it. And I adore it every day. But many times when you start to think what could be your passion, there's something that comes that can stop you from getting clear. And what can stop you from getting clear is fear. And when you have fears, you may think, oh, whatever it is that I desire is impossible to achieve. I'm too old. I don't have the experience. I don't have the knowledge. I don't have the schooling. I don't have X, Y, Z, whatever. And we may have those fears inside of us. And when you try to really get clear about what it is that you love, you're blocking yourself with these fears. You're blocking yourself. So the best way to solve it is really to overcome those fears. And the way to overcome those fears is really to think, okay, who can I think about that I know? Who do I know that has accomplished something that is impossible to achieve? Who do I know that has accomplished something that he achieved, that was impossible to achieve? Can you think about somebody like that in your entourage? Maybe it's in your family, maybe it's a celebrity that you really love. So think about that. And if you think you don't have the knowledge and the skills, well, when I started my business, I had no clue what it is that I really wanted to do. And as I was going along, I have discovered that I can just upgrade my skills. So I started learning everything that I could. Do you think I knew any marketing at that time? Zero, nothing. I didn't even know how to do a website. And there are ways. There are some things you can delegate. You can find people who can do it for you. And yes, you may have to invest in it. That's true. But that's how it works. So really, you don't have any reason to be afraid. If your desire is really stronger than your fear, then you can achieve it. You can. Hope that helps. See you in my next video.